Today is the 30th and I only have 2 days to finish my January TBR. Let's try to get through all of these books in 2 days. So right now it is about to be 4:30. So I have the rest of the afternoon and tomorrow to finish all of these books. So let's go through the books that I have left to read. First, I have Fable. I've been reading the Maze Runner series this month, so I am on Scorch Trials. I'm on chapter 56, so we are going to try to finish this book in 20 minutes maybe. I have the Death Cure to finish. I think this will be really quick. These books do not take that long to read, so I'm hoping that I will finish this either tonight or get a good portion through it tonight and then finish it tomorrow. Last book I'm reading on my Kindle is Iron Flame because I want to read Onyx Storm and I can't do that until I finish Iron Flame, and I am only 23% into this book. I need to finish this book in the next 2 days so that I can start Onyx Storm. So let's see what I managed to do.
Am I the only one who has a hard time finishing books in a set amount of time? Like if I tell myself, oh, I need to finish this book in 30 minutes, I will somehow find myself scrolling on my phone or watching TV, basically doing everything but finishing the book that I need to do. Luckily enough for me, it did not take me too long to read Scorch Trials, so that 20 minutes that I set that I needed to read it in, I did finish it. Then I started reading Death Cure. I did not finish that book that same night. I actually ended up reading it the next day. Same with Fable. That was just such a struggle for me to read. I don't know why, but I was not that interested in Fable. Like, I usually like stories where they're on ships and there's like an adventure, but just the plot line of Fable did not click with me. I did not care for Fable's um, character or the plot, basically what was driving the story. I found it to be very boring, and so it took me a long time to read this book. At some points I really wanted to DNF it, but I just told myself that I had to power through it and try to get it done just so that I can say that I did try the book, I did read it. I just don't like DNFing books. I don't know why. I always push myself, and I'm so miserable reading the books when I don't enjoy it. Like, you can see me flipping through Fable. I'm like, how much do I have left of this book? And then I was like going back and looking at the map and then just going back to the where I left off and trying to read it. I was just so disinterested, and you can like see it on my face. I'm just like, please, how much more do I have to read of this book before I am done with it? I will say I did end up finishing Fable, so a round of applause for that. A clap on my back. It was a struggle, but I did manage to do that. And because I sat down and read Fable, I thought that I deserved a little break, a little outing, and so I ended up going to Target just to see what kind of books they had. Now, this particular Target really did not have that much books on the shelves. It was a little sparse, was a little bit disappointed. I expected to see a lot more things there. I saw this one book. Look at the cover. It's so pretty. Bloodguard. Never heard of this book. Icebreaker. I don't know if I'm going to read that. Here's Emily Henry, Happy Place. Not in Love by Allie Hazelwood. And then I found these two other books.
So I managed to finish the Scorch Trial. I like this. I didn't realize how different it was from the movies. I mean, obviously with any book that you read, it's going to be different from the movies, but I really enjoyed this one. And then after that, I did pick up the Death Cure, and I was able to finish reading the Death Cure. I liked this ending. I mean, I do like the ending of the movies as well, but I really enjoyed how they introduced Brenda and gave her a little bit more scenes with Thomas, because I feel like in the movies they kind of took away from the relationship that was going to happen between Thomas and Brenda to focus on Thomas and Teresa. But in this book, it focuses more on Thomas and Brenda, and how, although Thomas still struggles with what he's feeling with Teresa, at the end, like, we see that he doesn't feel for her in that romantic way anymore, especially with that scene where he kisses her, or she kisses him, and he says that he felt nothing for her. So I feel like that was like the moment where we can see, like, oh, I don't think he has romantic feelings for Teresa anymore. Teresa's death in this book is so different to how it happened in the movie, and I think I liked her death more in the movie because that one had a more emotional impact, whereas in this book I kind of was like, I did not care. So then I started reading Fable. I'm not gonna lie, I did not enjoy reading this book. I don't remember it, like, nothing stood out for me. It was not something I enjoyed, really. It was okay. I will not be continuing with the next book in this series, and that's that. I did not read Iron Flame. I just had no time. So I guess Iron Flame will not be included in my January wrap up. I'm just going to push it to February, and maybe I'll read it in the next couple of days, because obviously I do want to start reading Onyx Storm. But yeah, I would say that this was somewhat a success with trying to read all the books that's left in my January TBR. I definitely read more than 10 books, so I need to go back and see how many books I actually read this month, because I really don't even know. I was keeping track, but like, I don't remember off the top of my head, especially now that I've finished reading an additional 3 more books, so I do know it's more than 10. Alright, so I will see you guys back for my next video, which will probably be either February TBR or my January wrap up. It'll be one of those videos. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if you have read the Maze Runner series or if you've read Fable and what you thought of it. Bye!